Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Kaylana, the Blessed Driver here. And today is November the 7th, no, November the 6th, I believe, 2018. November 6th, 2018. I apologize. It's Tuesday. And so I just wanted to get on here just to talk with you guys, to wrap with you, some of you. Um, because I know I haven't been on here in a while. So if you just joined in, please feel free to say hello. Thank you guys for joining in today. If you have just joined in, just let me know that you're here because I'm going to get started. And I want to make sure that I kind of keep on topic tonight, and also making sure that I am able to stay on time because I know sometimes my live videos can kind of go over an hour. And so, hi, Tammy. How are you? So, but yeah, guys, so tonight is going to be Q&A. If you guys have any questions, and it doesn't necessarily have to be app-based gigs per se, but if you guys just have any questions about anything, um, Amy, how are you, Amy? Hi, surfing. Surfing is my thing. It's so cool. I like that. I like that. Yeah, so Amy, so first off, guys, before we get into it, I wanted to kind of just give you a brief overview of what we will be talking about. Hey, Amy, you're so cute. And so just some about app-based gigs and also not just me, but you guys. You guys share with me what's going on in your world. Also planning for 2019 and also any live Q&A that you guys may have for me. And so we are going to do this right about now. Okay, so Amy just said the new Instacart system hit Texas. So Amy has a comment about Instacart. So Amy, if you don't mind, can you share a little bit about what happened with the new Instacart system? Now, keep in mind, guys, I haven't, and you can go ahead and comment here in the chat section. Now, keep in mind that I don't do Instacart that often. I don't do it that much. Very sparingly, I might hop on the app and then get on there to do any work with them. But as you guys already know, I already have a full-time job. And so I just get, I just do these gigs every once in a while. So Amy just said that there's a new system that just hit Texas. So I'm not quite sure exactly what happened in Texas. So like I said, just go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know, and then we'll definitely talk about that. So with that being said, I have been in quite a few groups and just watching and kind of, taking a look at what's going on, with Grubhub and, just some of the other app-based gigs. And I see that some people are still struggling with some of the same issues as before, especially dealing with customers and, people not being honest, not being truthful about them receiving their orders, especially when drivers have dropped them off. That's something that still seems to be a major issue, which is really sad. At the same time, we're not there. We don't know who's telling the truth. I'm not, trying to take sides, playing devil's advocate, but I know sometimes from what I've been seeing, it is in different states that a lot of drivers have been having issues with customers saying that they never received the order where the drivers have actually dropped off their food. There seems to be a lot of alleged fraud going on the customer's end. So I don't know. I know a lot of drivers have been complaining about that, and we're talking about Grubhub here, and also I hear that with Uber Eats, and I think a lot of drivers are starting to become very angry with that, especially with people, especially with drivers being honest and actually dropping off food, dropping off the customer's order. However, customers are saying that they never got it. I don't know. I mean, I've actually been there. Like I think I was really disappointed that happened to me for I remember DoorDash. That happened to me on a DoorDash order. I was delivering long story short, this happened to me, guys, about a month and a half ago. Maybe almost 2 months ago. Like, I don't think quite 2 months, but a month and a half ago. Hey, Shamika, how you doing? Glad to see you on here. So yeah, so what I'm talking about is that what happened was I had an order. I had a pickup order from Papa John's, and it was to an apartment complex, which is actually right up the road from where I live, like right up the road. Long story short, I picked up the pizza order, and it was in a gated community. And so, long story short, I had some difficulties getting into the unit because it was gated. Finally, the person answered their phone well, they were texting, and because I finally was able to find the building. When I found the building, it was a couple of teenagers that answered the door, and I finally dropped off the order. But then they took the food, and then they complained to Grubhub and said that I never dropped off the food. And that was totally untrue. And then DoorDash, I'm sorry, this is DoorDash, and then DoorDash sends me an email saying that, oh, your account has been flagged for fraud. I'm like, how is that possible? And yeah, so the customer lied, and so they're sending me these weird messages about. I said, listen, I was like, I dropped off your order to this building. I said the reason why I know where it's at is because I come here all the time. And I said, well, these are the people that answered the door. I said, also, there were witnesses that saw me go to your unit. I said, it was an older Hispanic couple that was sitting outside, and they saw me go there. So I'm like, I mean, if you want, we can get witnesses. And the moment I started talking about the description of the people who entered the door, which I think was probably the guys or the ladies' kids or whatever, they didn't want to talk about it no more. So people lie to get free food. And unfortunately, DoorDash does not look into this. They will take the side of the customer. Grubhub does the same thing. Grubhub is a lot more kind of easygoing with it. Uber's kind of the same way. They will take the side of the customer before they even believe you. That's unfortunate, but I didn't let it bother me. At first it did, but I'm like, you know what? I was telling the truth, so it's like whatever. So Amy just says, no longer 40 cents an item plus delivery fee plus any bumps. Now a flat rate pay including tips. And if customers give you 5 stars, you get $3. No more 5-star bonus for the week. And Amy says, why do companies believe us independent shoppers are so sad? So sad. Well, the thing is, now Amy was talking about Instacart. Now, once again, if you guys weren't able to understand what I just said, Amy just says that Instacart no longer offers a 40 cents an item plus delivery fee plus any bumps. Now there's a flat rate including tips, and if customers decide to give you 5 stars, you get $3. No more 5-star bonus for the week. And Dustin just says hi from Ocala. Hey Dustin, how are you doing? Bless you. Alter the Dagger says, just started DoorDash. Yeah. Okay, so I wasn't aware that Instacart made any changes. Now, Amy, you're from Texas, so I guess that's what's going on in Texas. I don't really get on Instacart that much to do it, so I know that there has been a lot of changes. Hi, Estella. So I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, but it's unfortunate. But like I said, guys, look, you may have to do what I did. You may have to get a job. And if you guys have been following me long enough, you'll kind of see like where I've been going and what I've been doing. Because I would have never thought I would have gone back to working. However, I took that into prayer. I had to pray about it. And so this is what the Lord wants me to do. And so I want consistency. I want to make sure that I have good benefits and things like that. And so, it's okay if you guys go back to get a job. Whatever you are able to do, just do what you got to do. I know a lot of people are complaining about what's happening with these app-based gigs. And my thing is, it's transition. That's what happened to me, guys. Like that's where I am. Like, and I would love to do like a whole video on that, talk about my life story and what happened to me from the beginning until now. Like just how everything just kind of transitioned and how everything worked out. Because let me tell you, like that's what I did. Like I was working at a assisted living facility, and it was just horrible. Just a lot of stuff I saw there, just a lot of stuff. And then I transitioned, like I was doing, Uber. I was driving for Uber, and then I started doing Lyft. And then from there, I kind of went on to doing Postmates. And then from Postmates, I started doing, I think it was Instacart. And I signed up with Amazon Flex. And then, so basically, to make a long story short, I was doing Instacart full time. And doing, Uber Eats and stuff and pretty much everything else on the side. But my main thing, when I was in transition from job to what I'm doing now to where I'm working at now, I was doing app-based gigs full time. So you guys it's still possible to do that, but things have changed since from the time that I started, which was in 2016 up until now. I know that may not sound like a lot of time. It's only been 2 years, but so much can change in 2 years. Things change within companies in seasons. Like you guys always hear me talk about seasons. A season can be a week, it could be a day, It could be a couple months. It could be so many years, and so when seasons change, you have to go along with it. And sometimes people end up missing their blessing because they want to stay in one particular season when things are actually shifting. And so if you guys are finding out that you're in a place where you're doing these gigs and it's not working out for you, it's okay to shift. Just shift and move on. Maria says, which pays as much as Amazon Flex? Now, Maria, is that a statement or a question? Because I'm not quite sure what you mean. Estella says, I feel you. I'm doing Uber, Lyft, and Instacart. At the first of the year, I was seriously thinking about getting a 9 to 5. That's good, Estella. I mean, just do what you got to do. And, it's so liberating, guys, when you can do this. And I'm telling you, like, I have talked with women that even do mystery shopping and, auditing and stuff full time. And I asked them, like, how do you do that? And so they gave me input and insight on how to do that. But like I said, like, I haven't forgotten you guys. I'm just kind of getting my life in order. I got so much going on here. And so I'm also just getting myself mentally just put together, just trying to get myself together. We're entering into 2019. I have been vlogging, well, for this particular vlog, The Blessed Driver, for almost 3 years now. And so, this, I think, is great for people that are in transition, but things are going to always change, guys. And so I see a lot of questions and comments, and so I'm going to get to those in one second. And so just keep in mind that when things change, you have to understand that. And so people are still commenting on some of my videos that I did like 2 years ago, but that was 2 years ago, or maybe even a year ago. And so much has changed since then. And so sometimes people either get either confused or they get angry based upon what was back then. And so they're like, well, I don't make that much money. How can you make that much money? Well, my thing is, if you watch the video I did in May of 2017 or January of 2017, and now it's 2018, things have changed so much since then. So things aren't going to stay the same. So you have to kind of like go with the flow. And then once that well dries, and just keep it moving. Now, Stella, I think, I'm sorry, Maria says, which pays as much as Amazon Flex? And Amazon Flex, like I said in one of the videos I did, I do it once in a blue moon. And when I do Amazon Flex, the only thing that I do is Prime for restaurants, and I do Whole Foods sometimes. I do not deliver packages. Like, I refuse to do it. I was going to do a video on that, y'all. And it's so funny, Maria, you said that. I was going to do a video. I don't know if you guys seen the recent article on CNBC. They did an article on Amazon Flex drivers that have not been going to the bathroom. They actually urinate in bottles. Oh my God, they urinate in bottles. And so, because they're so pressed for time to be able to deliver a package at a specific time, so they won't go to the restroom, they'll pee in a bottle. And so from what I understand, like they've been, under the gun, making sure that their packages are delivered at a certain time for Prime members. So that's neither here nor there. So my thing is, if you got to go, you got to go to the bathroom. And my thing is, I'm not going to lose my sanity or even lose my kidneys to use the bathroom to deliver a package. You can forget it. I'm going to go pee. So, Alter says, I used to get paid around $5 to $6 plus items before. And I think you're talking about Instacart. Yeah, Instacart used to be great. Instacart was a bomb, but things change. And for some people, it's still good for them, But my thing is, when you'll know. And I did a video months ago about this, like, how will you know when it's time to get a real job? Just do what you got to do, And my thing is, I will start planning. Like, I will start planning and not put my eggs in one basket, Dustin asked, how was Postmates for you? I did 7 orders in the Orlando area one night last week, and they were all good for $3 to $4, and only one person tipped. It was kind of a disappointment, to say the least. Now, Dustin, actually, like, I remember, like, when I first started Postmates here in Orlando, like, I was making great money. I was making between like $200 and $300 a week, depending on how often I did it. But the thing is, since you are in Central Florida, you kind of know how the market is kind of wishy-washy here. You can still do great, but I have a system. Now, Dustin, I don't know if you saw, I did a video on how I usually get tips for Postmates and Uber Eats. You don't have to necessarily follow the template that I use, but I just copy and paste, just thank you for using Postmates. If my service was to your standards, please feel free to rate, or just say thank you for ordering from Postmates. Have a wonderful night, whatever. even if you don't ask them to rate you, that's fine. And never, never, never ask for a tip, but just say thank you for ordering whatever. They take that into consideration. And recently I had a tip that was like $12. And so just make sure that you send them a message before you end your trip. If you're in Postmates, just like how we message customers in different apps like Uber Eats or whatever, message them. Do not ask for a tip. Don't be pushy. Just thank them. That's how I get tips. That's just me. Estella says, I like the flexibility, but it's tearing my car up big time. Estella, I have a question. Are you in Orlando by any chance? And yeah, Estella was talking about her car. That's another reason why I slowed down from doing it, was because it was tearing my car up. Like my axles, this stuff going on in the front end. My tires are always raggedy. I need a what do you call it? Not a balance and rotate. I need that, but gosh, what do you call that thing with your car? It's like it's almost like a rotating your wheels, but it's expensive. You know what I'm talking about? Alignment. Yes, Shamika, that's it. It's Amy. That's it. Alignment. Because I keep buying tires like every other month, and that's bad. So bearings. I think my bearings are going bad, but I know it's my axles because I had them checked. So I'm just praying over my car every time I go. So that's why I have a job. And I'm telling y'all, since I started working, I've saved so much money on gas. Like I don't spend that much on gas. I'm going straight to work. And when I do decide to go out there and work, I might either do between the three, either Grubhub, Uber Eats, or Postmates. Actually four, DoorDash. Those are the top four that I fool with right now. Other than that, I don't really do anything else, but I like to be able to hop on and hop off. But I like Grubhub out of all the four the most as far as making money, because they enable you to get on and get off, and you can make some really great money with Grubhub. I ain't gonna lie, you can make really good money with Grubhub. It's just my cars, it's Alter says, in my area, I get a $7 bump for completing deliveries with Postmates. Not that many tips, though. Yeah, I know Postmates tips can be kind of iffy. Let's see. I used to do that working as an HVAC helper. Shara says, Grubhub is working great for me. Okay, that's good, Shara. Let's see. Front end alignment. That's it. My car. Maria says, what job can we do working from home? And that's a great question, Maria. Because I have been trying to put together some things, and forgive me for not actually following up with that. It's not like I've forgotten, guys, because I haven't. I'm just trying to use my time wisely, and I probably haven't. But it's just and usually like when I'm done working or whatever I'm doing, my free time is like my free time. And I'm not saying that working on these, updating the site and giving us info is not, useful. But I'm just saying sometimes I just be chilling, or I'll be resting. And so it's unfortunate that the medication that I take makes me extremely sleepy. It makes me tired. And so sometimes I'm just sleeping. And now, like I said, my son is working, and so making sure that he gets to work, and it's just our schedules. It's like when we have time together, like tonight. He's off today. Like I was off today. Of course, he had school, but me and my child, we went out and we had dinner. Like we went out to eat. Got us some Panda Express, and we sat down and we talked. And instead of us doing what we normally do, grab something to eat, come home. He goes in his room. I'm in the living room or whatever, just eat by myself. We sat down, we ate as a family. You know what I mean? And so, he's a junior in high school. Like, I don't want to miss any moments in his life. And there's some things that he may share with me privately that's going on with him. So I want to make sure that I utilize that time when I have free time to spend time with my son, because, soon he'll be off to college. And so, Estella, did you tell me where you're from? Oh, Maria says, have I heard of Amazon MTurk? Yeah, I've done, Maria, I used to do MTurk a lot. Like I've been doing MTurk for about 5 or 6 years. I've been doing it for a long time, off and on. And, it can add up, but it's just so much work for very few pennies. Estella says 2 years to Uber tomorrow, but I put over 100K on my car. Girl, tell me about it. Alter, are you asking me what my full-time gig is? Oh, thank you, Shamika. Thank you so much. Actually, Alter, I just got a job, and so I'm working full time. But before, my full time gig used to be Instacart. I used to love it, love it, love it. But then they started dropping the pay, and then it was like I injured my shoulder. Some of you guys seen that video. I was toe up, but it was the fact that I already had an issue going on, and I didn't know it until I picked up some dog food or something, and that was it. But it was just on some other things. And so, and then I found out I have high blood pressure and I didn't know it. It was bad. And so I realized there's some things that I wasn't taking care of for myself. And I kind of slowed down from doing Instacart. And I got sick of carrying heavy stuff up like 3 or 4 flights of stairs and coming back and forth. I was like, bump that just for like, what, $5? I'm not doing it. So I started doing Grubhub. I like Grubhub a lot. I like Grubhub a lot. They have their issues, trust me. But I think that I could be, I like if I didn't have so much going on, and especially with my car, I would still be doing it maybe. But I just want to save on gas right now. And after you, because I used to get so angry when people were like, oh, the gas. But when you think about it, some of these people are right. I ain't gonna lie. Like when you calculate gas, after a while, and unless you have like one of those fuel efficient cars or whatever, you be like, man, I done spent $100 on gas this week. Take that into consideration. So I don't want to be working just for gas. I want to make sure that, and plus the reason why I enjoy working right now in this season of my life is because taxes. I don't have to worry about how much I need to take out for taxes. You know what I mean? And so Uncle Sam can go ahead and take out his share. Because I guarantee you, I don't care what nobody say, at least half of us, when I say us, because I'm included, at least half of us don't take out for taxes. I mean, I don't mind waiting to the end of the year or like when I file to pay them back. I don't care. But my thing is some people go ahead and take out that side piece of money and then pay it or quarterly or monthly, however they do it. And so my thing is I don't want to have to do all that. I want to work and have them to take out their money. And y'all do that. W-2s do that, And so my goal is to eventually get off of these platforms. And to eventually stop working and work for myself. You know what I mean? And so, but there gonna always be people who don't want to be an entrepreneur. They don't mind working from home, and that's okay. You can do that. And so, like I said, like I'm gonna put together a whole list of stuff on my website, work from home jobs, things you can do, like all kinds of cool things that you can do to maximize your income. And so, but that's just, but right now I'm working on my own personal brand. I'm working on branding a whole lot of stuff. And so I have been meeting some really cool people that's helping me with where I'm going. Not only that, like some of my subscribers, like some of you guys, like I can't tell you, like some of you guys, like I've met personally here and has blessed my socks off. And as I said in one of my previous videos, like I was doing a live video just like this, and there was a woman that's here in Orlando, she's one of my subscribers, and I had no idea she was here. I never met her. And, and she was led to us being friends. And so I was at one of her events, not last week, but the week before. I spoke at one of her events, and next thing you know, everything started to connect. And so, but yeah, I think there are some great connections, especially when you do this type of thing. But I don't want to do this forever. And, just want to kind of venture out into doing other stuff. But app-based gigs is good for transitioning, and when I say app-based, I'm going to just talk about the main ones, because if you guys pay attention to even like, what is it, Walmart? I don't know if you guys saw what's going on with Walmart, but Walmart is, I thought I emailed the link to myself, but they have like this new program for drivers, and it's almost like what DoorDash does. You know how they partner with Walmart to deliver groceries, but it's separate. So, but you have to apply for it, and then once an opening comes, they'll let you know. So basically, you're delivering groceries from Walmart, but it's not DoorDash. It's separate. It's their own thing. And so, but I heard they pay pretty decent. I heard they pay pretty good. I can't remember the name of it right now. There's a girl. She said she would let me know. I talked to her on Facebook. I can't remember. But Walmart is starting to do their own thing now, and so which makes sense. So you guys have to kind of keep a lookout on what's the latest tech gig that's popping up, because they come and go all the time. But I always say to you guys, you have to have a plan. You got to have a goal. And so that's something that I kind of veered off from, is that I like not paying attention to focusing on my goal. And I know sometimes it's easy to hop on these gigs and you're making good money and you're getting your bills paid, or at least getting by, but you still don't have a goal. You know what I mean? So for instance, you might be getting by, but what are you going to do in 2019? Or what are you going to be doing 3 to 6 months from now? Do you still just want to be getting by and doing okay? Or do you actually want to make more money and actually have more money in your pocket to spend or to save? Do you want to have a nest egg? Like, do you have enough money? If, suppose if Grubhub goes down or Uber Eats or one of these app-based gigs goes down, what's going to happen to you? Some of you guys, just little fruit flies. Some of you guys are married or in relationships and you're okay. So if one of these things goes down, you have your spouse or your partner or whatever to help you. Some people don't. Some of you guys are by yourself. Some of you guys are single parents. And so if something happens to your car or something happens to one of these app-based gigs for like a day or two or for a week, what are you going to do? And some of y'all will be out of gas. And so that's something to think about, having something to fall back on. And for me, it's fun. You make great money. At least holidays are coming up. You want to make sure that you have some extra cash in your pocket. It's cool. But I think after a while, you will get over the fact of just getting by. And for me, at my age, I mean, I'm 40 now, and I don't want to just be getting by anymore. And me and my ex-husband, which is my son's father, they're always on him about that, about his grades. He makes good grades. He's 4.0. But, there's some areas where, I don't want, I always tell him, like, look, bro, I know things can happen in your life, but I love you, but I don't want you to be like this. I don't want you struggling like this, and his dad is very strict on him. And so same things goes for your kids. You have kids that are in high school and middle school, just make sure that you stay on them because times are changing, things are changing. And so this may not be around forever. You know what I mean? So Dustin just says, I had a full-time job and did app-based gigs on the side. I was in banking, but I quit my full-time job due to stress. I'm just taking it easy for the time being. And that's fine, Dustin. A lot of people are doing that. Like, there's a guy, he's a vlogger. I don't know if you guys follow, I think if I'm pronouncing it right, it's Uber Dude. I think that's it. He's a black guy down in Miami. He's a Uber guy. I think he does Uber Eats. And he's out of Miami. And he did banking. He was a banker or whatever. And he did the same thing. And he got out of it and he started doing Uber. He's happy. He drives the BMW still. I mean, I don't know. I don't really watch a whole lot of his videos, but I watch him sometimes. And so that's what he did. He did the same thing as you, banking. And so some people get in it, some people get out of it, and some people are happy with what they're doing. I'm not saying if you don't want to do anything greater than what you're doing, it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, think about stuff, like, have a forecast. Think about your future. Think about what's going to happen later on down the road. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what happened to me. Even though I took a break from working, like a job, I was doing good. I was okay. And my needs were being met. My bills are being paid. And so these app-based gigs can either be very lucrative or they can just be enough for you to get by. And it's okay. But at the same time, you have to think and ask yourself, do you want to be where you are or do you want to stay comfortable? And so moving on to 2019, which is what I was talking about, which is part of the title, 2019 is a whole different season. Things may change with our economy. Are you going to be investing? Do you currently invest? Are you preparing for retirement? Like, I don't know how old you are, but most of our subscribers are different ages. The majority are usually like in their 20s and 30s, but I have some older people too. But, think about some things. We don't know what's going to happen 6 months from now. Things could just take a complete turn, either for the worse or for the better. But either way, just make sure you have something set aside. And, even for me too, that's why, like, I have a job, but at the same time, I'll do these app-based gigs when I want to have some extra cash put aside. You know what I mean? And so, with that being said, Arthur says gas is killing me. Yeah, gas can be something. Oh yeah, Estella says she's in Greenville. Okay. Yeah, because, like, Estella, I used to work with a girl named Estella, and I'm like, are you her? It was at the Olive Garden. It was like years ago. So yeah, I mean, Alter says, what do I think of TaskRabbit? TaskRabbit, you can make some really good money with them. I was registered with them until they started charging, I think, per year, or whatever, just to use their services, for workers. But I haven't updated my stuff. So from what I hear, you can make great money with TaskRabbit. There's some people I know locally that do it, and they are set. Sorry, like they're set, and they do pretty good. You can give it a shot. Like I was actually considering doing like roadie. You can make really good money with roadie if you want to drive like that, you know. But you got to think about the cost of gas, and especially if you do stuff like with roadie or traveling, you know, picking up stuff or dropping stuff off, depending on how far it is. Because say suppose if like you're in, I don't know, Manhattan, give an example, and you do roadie or maybe even TaskRabbit, and they say, hey, you know what? Can you go over to I don't know, making up something. I don't know, to Long Island and pick up my dog, but I want you to travel all the way to Indiana to drop the dog off. They have projects like that, and they pay you really good. At least most of them do. Some of them do. But you got to think about gas. You also got to think about expenses for you know, lodging. You might have to stay overnight at a hotel. Think about those things. And so some of those projects can pay very good. You might have customers that want you to paint their house. Some of them may want you to grocery shop for them. You know what I mean? But TaskRabbit and roadie can be pretty lucrative, but it depends on how often you do it. Estella says, I'm originally from Baltimore. Okay, be more tasty crabs. So I hope I answered your question, Alter. Hope that's okay. Hi, Alejandra. How you doing? Okay, Instacart 101 says, have you seen any of the new changes they've made on Instacart? I've seen some stuff, but the last time I had the app installed was about a week ago, about a week and a half ago. Hi, Ford Queens. How you doing? Hi, Ford. So it's been about a week and some change, but you're the second person that came on here and said that there's been changes on it. I've heard that the pay structure is way off. Like we don't get paid per item anymore. It's like a flat rate. That kind of makes me nervous. So I'm assuming that with that flat rate thing, you guys aren't getting paid, or we're not getting paid as much. But that's why I don't fool with Instacart as much as I used to. Alejandra says, I got deactivated from Instacart. Wow, what happened? Yeah, tell me about that. That's crazy. Yeah, guys. So, you know, I just, maintenance too. Yeah, maintenance can be a pain in the rear. But you just said, look at the new shopper glossary. Is that thing, you know, you have to click on the link and you got to go in to look at, I don't know. I think I've seen that. Christy says, it's Walmart delivered through Spark. In Dallas, they're using DoorDash for delivery, and I'm debating activating my DoorDash. Instacart here in Dallas has gone too low, and they are overhired. Well, I was under shopper support. I think I've seen that. Well, Christy, to answer your question, I thought I emailed it to myself, but I guess I didn't. Walmart does partner with DoorDash, but what I'm talking about is different. They actually have a new thing now, and it's not part of DoorDash. It's their own delivery program where you can actually deliver groceries from Walmart, but you're using their setup. You understand? Or it works like a third party. It's not Deliv, it's not them, but it's through Walmart. I can't remember the name of it, but somebody that's in Facebook sent it to me, but I don't remember the whole thing. Excuse me. I got a new one, y'all. You see it? It's kind of big. It says forgiven. It has John 3:16 underneath. The sucker's big. Just want to show that to you. Alejandra says an assistant manager started drama and lied to Instacart and said that she felt disrespected because I said I did not steal for a living. Well, you've been petty. Just kidding. Yeah, Alejandra, I'm sorry to hear that. And Instacart 101 says, I've seen no changes. I don't know. And Alejandra says, but I served her with papers and got reactivated. Dustin says it should be called Walmart delivery. No, it should be called Instamart Walmart delivery. That's funny. Instamart. You should tell them that. But yeah, yeah, so yeah, guys. So I'm sorry, I was reading some of these comments. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, that's why I was making videos about how to start your own grocery delivery business, y'all. I'm telling you guys what I know. There are many shoppers that did Instacart and shipped that have their own grocery delivery company. I'm telling you, and they did wonderful. And like I said, I have to go back, and what I'll do is once I find the information, I'm going to do a video on it. But if you guys ever see me do a video, and if I say I'm going to do something, and if I don't do it, please email me. Like, you might leave a comment, but I won't always pay attention to that, like, or remember. You'll have to email me to remind me, because I know people kept saying, hey, when are you going to do a video on this? And I remember you said you're going to do it, but just remind me. It's okay. You can say, hey, I remember you did a video on this. It's going to come out soon. But if you notice that it's been like months, help me keep on track. You know, like, I try my best. Like, I want to be consistent in all things, because I was on the flow doing some videos on that and stuff like that. You're just talking about some of the different businesses that you can start. And my thing is, if everybody else can do it, so can you. Alan Hunter says in Oklahoma is Postmates. Okay, so Oklahoma has Postmates. But yeah, Instacart 101 says, what are you up to recently? So Instacart 101, let me ask you a question. Like, are you like with the company? Like, are you with corporate, or are you just a shopper, or who are you? I just want to know. Sipping on my tea. It's actually tea for us, green tea. Sorry, y'all. Just give me a second here. I'm just trying to figure out who this is, because I think I've seen that screen name before somewhere. No shade. I'm just trying to figure out who you are. But I had did a video previous to this, y'all, about what I'm up to. So it's kind of like been working. And also, if you guys want to follow me on Facebook, I'm on there. It's the Blessed Driver. Just look me up on Facebook, and I have my own page. And so what I'm going to start doing is, like, when I go live, or when I start to go live, or plan on going live, I'm going to start posting it on Facebook to let you guys know. And usually when I do these live videos, I'll immediately like start to think about stuff that I want to talk about or answer questions, and then get on here. Excuse me, and then talk about it. But I'm actually going to start scheduling times. But sometimes I might not know how my schedule is going to be, depending on if my son has to work, or if I have, you know, I have to kind of plan it out and let you guys know ahead of time. Well, yeah, Instacart 101, I've been working and just doing my thing. Alter says, is any of Amazon's delivery services good for work? I heard about Amazon Flex, and most opinions were negative. It depends, because I prefer Amazon Prime for restaurants and for Whole Foods. That's it. I do not deliver packages. Here in Orlando, some of our distribution centers are like, there's one in Tangelo Park, there's one in Davenport, and there's one, I think, in Winter Haven. But I don't deliver packages. I don't. It's just too. I can't do it. So you can do pretty decent. It depends. Some people do it and don't complain, do their thing. But it's kind of like this. If you want to deliver packages, do your thing. But picking blocks, I mean, there's usually blocks. I don't care what nobody says. Like, there's usually blocks. For me, like, I always see blocks on there. Maybe not every single day, but you usually see them. And sometimes if you just click on available now, they'll send you stuff like to a restaurant. So I've done pretty good with restaurants. Like, I've made really good money with that. Instacart 101 says, I'm just a full service shopper in Tallahassee. This channel is brand new. No videos yet, but I thought I'd try to have my own channel. All right, well, do your thing. Thanks to you, I have my own grocery delivery service. Yes, and make a video. All right, do your thing. So yeah, guys. So it's been about 38 minutes. Usually my live videos go over like an hour and some change. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm just trying to wrap this up because, like I said in my previous videos, like I am working on some other stuff besides this app-based gigs, and you know, and it's so hard to pull away because this is how I got my start. And even with my other channel that I'm working on, I haven't really announced it yet. But once I have some live content, then I'll let you guys know. But I have some information at the bottom of the description section on it. You guys can sign up for the newsletters once it launches and things like that. Because I mean, I would hate to leave it, and like I'm not gonna stop doing my channel, but my goal is entrepreneurship, and so you know, I would hate to be like, you know what, I'm done. Like I can't do it anymore. But you know, I just can't stay in this one place. Grocery delivery is great. If that's the type of business that you want to start, do your thing. But this is not going to be my always. This is not going to be my forever. This isn't, you know what I mean? This is part of my brand, but this isn't my main brand. There are other things that I'm working on as a whole. And so, you know what I mean? And so, like, I'm trying to leave a legacy, like, you know, for my child. Like, you know, I'm trying to leave an impact. And my thing is, I'm not just trying to stay here, you know, slinging groceries. And so, for right now, I have to work. I work a job. I'm doing what I have to do for now. And right now, I'm staying in my bubble. Like, even today, I got a text message from my mom. We don't really talk that much. I mean, long story. But hey, I was checking on you. Good. You know, do you like your job? You know, da da. And I'm like, yeah. I said everything's fine. You know, I just want to let you know I love you. I'm just checking on you. I haven't heard from you. I'm like, I'm good. Because normally I would text her all the time, or I'll be over her house all the time and stuff. But my thing is, in this season, I love my family. God bless y'all. But right now, I'm in my own bubble. So that's why I don't do as many videos. I'm praying about stuff. I'm just letting God lead me to where I need to be. You know what I mean? And so being around the right people, that's the key thing in my season right now, is being around the right people. And that even includes here on social media, like being around the right people, because I just don't want people in my circle that's going to hinder me, that's going to, you know, try to block my flow. You know, it's going to slow me down. So, you know, and then there's people that like to piggyback off of what you're doing. I don't have time for it. So, that's kind of where I am. That's kind of where I am. So, I'm reading some messages because I have a whole lot of spam, and I'm not trying to throw shade right now. But you know, like now I got people that's hopping on my channel, just doing all this, you know, just try to show off what they're doing. Do you? But that right there, that's why I don't get on live too much. Someone just says, is any of Amazon, is it? Okay, I think I've already answered that question. So, guys, it's been about 41 minutes. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. And, I'll try my best to answer them before I go. You guys are more than welcome to email me. But like I said, y'all, like I'm trying to go to the next level. I would hate to see you guys like stay where you are. But if you guys are comfortable with where you are, it's cool. It's cool. Do your thing. But I'm trying to soar high, y'all, for real. And there's some things that I should have been doing that I haven't done, and I'm kind of like behind. I feel like I'm behind, on some stuff, and you know. But I'm grateful for this channel because I've helped some of y'all, and that's the thing, is transitioning. So once you guys do this, some of you guys are going to go back to work. That's cool. Some of you guys might end up working from home, and that's going to be one of my things, is work from home, you know, jobs, work from home gigs. You can do that too. Or even businesses that you can do out of your house. That's my thing. George Reed, how you doing? Says, hey, Blessed Driver, Amazon Flex is the truth, $18 an hour. And yeah, Amazon Flex, you can do pretty good with it. Yeah, and George is right. It depends on where you are, your zone, your area, how many people are already doing it. There's factors into that. Ford says, may I ask what your new job is now? I get asked that a lot. A lot. But I'd rather not, because, you know, and it's not that I'm embarrassed or don't, you know, trying to hide anything. It's just, I just kind of feel like I want that privacy, that part to myself. And maybe I should have never even said that I have a job now, and nobody would have known, you know. But the only reason why I shared that with you guys is because I know a lot of people, and I was surprised that they were thinking about working again, or I had no idea that they were in transition to go back to work, and they didn't know what to do. And so I guess me doing the video is like, yeah, you know what, I'm going through the same thing, or oh yeah, I just got a job again, you know. And so, but it's no offense or anything like that, Ford. It's just I just kind of like want to, you know, and I wouldn't be surprised if people end up seeing me like where I work is cool. But I just need to work for right now, at least for right now in this season. And then just you know, keep it moving. You know, I mean, I might get like a better job later on, or I might just branch off and start working for myself full time, which is my goal. You know what I mean? And so whatever job you guys can get, whether it's in retail or whether it's in healthcare, work at a library, you know, I don't care. If you work at a call center, you work at a doctor's office, whatever, just, if you got to work, do your thing. Yeah. You know, a lot of people are in that place right now. What should I do? And I would love to talk more about that for people who have kids and they don't have childcare, but they have to bring their kids with them on these gigs and stuff. I mean, I see it all the time, and that's a totally different video, because as soon as you start talking about kids and bringing your kids, people get mad. Like that DoorDash video I did, some people were heated. But it was nothing bad, but I was just talking about what I saw, but who cares? Alter says, I do these gigs part-time with a part-time job. Yeah. And so part-time and part-time kind of makes it full-time. So it works out. Yeah, you know. And so, but one thing I want to say to you guys before I go is, if you guys are working on something right now, if you have a project, if you have goals, if you have a great idea, whatever you do, please do not stop. Life happens, things happen. Do not get lazy. Don't get comfortable. Do not get complacent where you are, because I'm telling you, you're going to end up finding somebody that's doing what you should have done. And then the first thing you're going to think is, oh my gosh, I had that same idea. Oh, I should have did it. Or it's going to be like, well, did they steal my idea? Like, no, it's like, it's something that you should have done. You know what I mean? And so if you have the time right now, especially if you're doing these app-based gigs full time, or if you're doing it part-time and you have some extra time in your hands, do something. You know, some of you guys may want to write a book, or, you know, start your own magazine, or start a clothing line, or, you know, start a restaurant or a pop-up shop, like whatever, design jewelry. I don't care. Like whatever, like please start, do something now. Things are going to always change and shift in this industry. And if you're seeing it work for some of these major companies that we're working for, if you want to start your own gig company, you can do that too, you know. But just start somewhere, you know what I mean? And so, like, I want to share so much with y'all. I do, I really do. But I like to stay consistent. And so for me right now, it's just me and God and my child, you know, and you know, I have very little time for anything else. And so, you know, I get people asking me all the time, well, do you do anything for you? You know, do you take care of you? Like, you know, I would love to go out and travel. I would love to just travel all over the place. Like, you know, like it'd be great to even go out on dates and stuff. That'd be nice, you know, but I just, you know, right now, like, doors are opening, but they're opening in the right season with the right people. And so I take my covenants with people, my relationships and my business connections very serious. You know what I mean? And so some of my connections, actually, believe it or not, came from this channel. Like, some people have seen me through this channel, through YouTube. And so it's amazing. But I don't want to just stop here at this channel. My next ventures is going to be a spinoff of this. And I'll see how many people are going to follow that. And it's not just to start a channel, but it's something I've been working on for so long. But now it's time to start now. And so I just want to right now, you know, do other things, because, you know what I mean? Like, there are people that I know who I'm supposed to reach. And if I stay here where I'm at, I'm not going to be able to accomplish anything. And, but yeah, if you guys have something going on, please don't stop. If you have some good ideas, make sure you're writing them down and you're implementing a plan to work on it to see how it's going to benefit you later. You feel me? All right. So with that being said, any other questions? For real, it's been 47 minutes. Keep in mind that if you guys are watching this is a live video. And, you know, you have to kind of watch the whole thing. maybe skip through some parts. And I want to try to keep my videos at least under an hour, or at least 45 minutes, because people are going to be watching these after the fact. And I don't want to bore people too much, but we're talking here. So any other questions? Because I'm getting ready to go ghost. All right. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. If there are any topics that you want me to talk about, I'll try my best to do it on the channel. But just try to email me. I know people leave comments, but I forget on there because I see so many of them. Monique says, oh, hey, Monique. How you doing, girl? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Monique says, I'll watch it from the beginning after you're gone. Okay. All right, Monique. All right, guys. I'm out. Have a blessed night, and I'll be back soon. I have some more stuff I want to talk with y'all about. Hi. And I got to go. Peace out. God bless.